experiences are narrated in the story. Luis Alejandro Velasco, a 20-year-old sailor's experiences. What had happened to him? He was washed overboard during a storm in the middle of the Caribbean Sea. When did it happen? On February 28, 1955. Did he survive? Yes, after 10 days on the open sea, he could continue living. How did he survive? He was living in the waters, clinging to a life raft without food and water for around 10 days. Now, we will know exactly what happened to Velasco. Was he alone in the ship? No, he had some shipmates. He was traveling from Mobile, Alabama, USA to his country, Colombia. And who is the narrator of the story? Here, my first impression was that I was utterly alone in the middle of the ocean. So, who is the I here, or who is the narrator of the story? Yes, the narrator of the story is Velasco, Luis Alejandro Velasco. What happened to the narrator? Yes, the narrator was in the middle of the ocean. How come he was in the middle of the ocean? After a shipwreck. A ship wrecked, got damaged. What exactly happened to the ship? The ship plunged, got drowned into an abyss. Abyss is a bottomless pit, and the ship disappeared. So it got plunged. And what did he do? He took hold on one of the bobbing crates. There were some wooden baskets. The ship was carrying some cargo. You know, the goods, the merchandise, the goods. The ship, when it, plunged, everything got out of the ship, and getting hold on one of the bobbing basket crates, he tried to think what to do. He looked around. Contemplate means he looked around in a thoughtful manner what to do. He understood that the ship wrecked. What was the evidence? Yes, there were some choppy waves produced by the wind. And also, the cargo was all scattered, spread across the surface. These two were the evidences of shipwreck. Okay? Soon, what did he hear? He began to hear shouts nearby. Did he recognize anybody's voice? Yes, Giulio Amander Caraballo. His voice was recognized by Velasco. Who was Caraballo? Caraballo was a tall, well-built officer, and he was a shipmate of Velasco. What was he doing? He was yelling, shouting out, crying loudly, calling out somebody. How did he call out? Yes, he uttered the words, Fatso, hold there. See, unexpectedly, when you meet with an accident, do you become so conscious about the surroundings? No, we will be somewhat in a state of deep sleep. We won't be aware of what is happening around. Now, the same thing happened to Velasco also. What awakened him from that moment's deep sleep? It was the yelling noise of Carabello. Now, hearing that noise, what idea came to his mind? It dawned on Velasco's mind. It appeared to Velasco that he was not alone in the sea. He realized, he became aware that he was not alone in the sea. There are other shipmates who all are in trouble around him. A few meters away, what was happening? His mates were shouting to one another, and they were trying to stay afloat above the water level. Quickly, he began to think. He couldn't swim in just any direction. He knew that they were about 50 miles from Cartagena. They had started their journey from Mobile, Alabama, and they were about 50 miles from Cartagena. But he was not frightened at that moment. Why? He just for a moment he thought that even though he is in the middle of the sea, he can get hold on to a crate indefinitely. Will that be possible? Will you be able to just remain in the sea for a longer time? He just foolishly thought that he can do that, getting hold on to a crate for a long time until help arrived. He thought that he can do that. So it was a thought which was making him less frightened, less worried. That is what it is written. Reassuring. What was the reassuring thought? Other sailors were also in the same situation around him, and he thought that he can just remain like that, holding on to the crate. He understood that along with him, other sailors, other shipmates were also in the same predicament. Predicament means condition. So that was somewhat making him less worried. What did appear unexpectedly on the crest of a wave? See the third paragraph. Yes, two life rafts. How far were they? They were 7 meters apart. And was he able to get hold on to it? One life raft suddenly disappeared from view. Another one? Of course, it was moving far away, but Velasco swam for some 3 minutes. For a moment, what happened? The life raft disappeared from sight. But he was careful about something. What was it? He was carefully holding his bearings. He was carrying certain things in his hand. He was very much careful not to lose them. Suddenly, what happened? A rough wave pushed the rafts alongside him. Oh, what was the description given about those rough waves? They were huge, white and empty. And what did Velasco do? He struggled very hardly to catch quickly the rigging, the ropes and the chains that support the ship. And he tried to jump aboard into the raft. Was he able to catch that? Yes, he could do it on the third try. He tried 3 times, and on the third try, he could jump aboard. He could get into that raft. Once on the raft, what was his condition? He was panting, having difficulty in breathing. He was sighing quickly out of nervousness, and he was struggling hard. So he was so tired, and he was whipped by the wind. there was severe wind, and he was so immobilized, unable to move. He was in the cold water of the sea, so he was freezing, and he found it very difficult to sit up. Where is he now? Yes, in the life raft. Sitting on the life raft, even though it was so hard, he could sit up. Then what did he see? He saw three of his shipmates near the raft. They were trying to do something. They were trying to reach the raft. They were swimming and trying to reach the raft. Now let's see. I made it on the third try. What did the narrator do on the third try? The narrator made an attempt to grab the rigging and to jump aboard the raft. Okay, so that is what described in the first three paragraphs of the lesson. Will he be able to save his shipmates? We will see it in the next class. Okay.